हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू दिस चैनल। और आज हम डाइव करेंगे बॉबी फिशर के 1961 के इतिहास में, क्योंकि तब तक बॉबी फिशर एक वेल रिकॉग्नाइज्ड नेम बन चुके थे। बट वो एक वर्ल्ड चैंपियन लेवल के प्लेयर तब तक रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं हुए थे। क्यों? क्योंकि उस समय थे एक बंदा जिनका नाम था मिकाइल ताल। तो ये जो है, ये बंदा इनको आगे नहीं आने दे रहा था। क्यों? क्योंकि बॉबी फिशर इनके साथ 7 बार गेम खेल चुके थे अंटिल 1961 उनके अगेंस्ट। और मिकाइल ताल 4 बार कैंडिडेट्स में उनके हरा चुके हैं। 3 बार इन्होंने ड्रॉ किया है। तो ये बॉबी फिशर जो है वो मिकाइल ताल के अगेंस्ट प्रूव नहीं कर पा रहे थे कि यार मैं एक कैलिबर का प्लेयर हूँ, आई एम द वर्ल्ड चैंपियन लेवल। बट आफ्टर दिस गेम इन 1961 विच वाज प्लेड इन ब्लेड, दिस लेड टू द न्यू राइजिंग ऑफ बॉबी फिशर। एंड मिकाइल ताल को भी पता चल गया कि भाई एक नई पहचान वाला एक नया कैरेक्टर आ रहा है इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ चेस। And what this game hold is what we are going to see today. And yeah, before just to give you instinct कि भाई बॉबी फिशर इस गेम के पहले एक मस्त लेक के यहाँ पे अपने दोस्त के साथ घूम रहे थे। तो बॉबी फिशर यार वो नहीं माइंड में एक रहता है कि भाई मैं यार बदला लेने वाला हूँ, सो आई एम गोइंग टू टेक दिस रिवेंज, आई एम गोइंग टू टेक दिस रिवेंज। एंड हिज फ्रेंड afterwards said that ki Bobby Fischer was saying like this. And yeah, Bobby Fischer did really take the revenge. And today we are going to see this revenge and how Bobby Fischer defeated Mikhail Tal in this game for the first time in his life. And after that, he never looked back on anyone and he became the world champion by defeating Boris Spassky after a few years. So today is in this game, we are just going to focus what is going to happen here right now. Let's see this game. Here the Bobby Fischer is with white and the Mikhail Tal is with the black. So Bobby Fischer opts for e4 best by test, and the best by test defense Sicilian. Mikhail Tal is not going to give him free win. So yeah, we are going for the open Sicilian over here. And now this is going to happen, and this is Taiman of Sicilians. Don't worry about the theory. These people knows theory a lot and they are going to develop. ये आपने देखा रहेगा, मैग्नस कार्लसन भी यही मोस्टली करते हैं। क्वीन यहाँ पे करते हैं, थोड़ा सा क्वीन मूव करके लॉन्ग कासल कर लेंगे। But that is more theory, and Mikhail Tal goes for this kind of setup. And then Bobby Fischer is now going for maybe some fianchetto or developing this, attacking this with a tempo on this. And Mikhail Tal goes for this, but this allows Bobby Fischer to like gain some tempo. And how do I say that gain the tempo? Because these knights are going to hop on b5, attacking the queen. The queen might need to go back or somewhere. Then this bishop is going to come here, and then this diagonal is going to be weak because knight is going to jump and give a fork. So that is what is going to happen. And why did Mikhail Tal allow this? I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of theory कि उन लोगों ने prepare किया होगा. So Mikhail Tal after this goes for queen backwards, and now this allows Bobby Fischer to play this move. So ये allow कर रहा है, but ये Mikhail Tal is not that weak of a player. So he's saying that okay, if you are going to go there, I am going to block with this and you don't have anything. So यहाँ पे फिशर ने अपना बिशप डेवलप किया गया है। जैसे आप देख रहे हो कि बार बहुत ही फेवर में जा चुका है बिशप के मतलब फिशर के। एंड या फिशर डिड लव हिज बिशप। सो यहाँ पे ब्लैक ने भी अपना बिशप डेवलप किया है ताल ने। एंड फिशर सेज कि ओके, आई एम गोइंग टू ट्रेड इट, बट एज पर ताल प्लान, ताल ने बोला था कि अगर आप यहाँ से लोगे तो मैं क्वीन से ले लूंगा। सो एज पर ताल, ताल गोज फॉर हियर एंड दिस इज नॉट वैलिड बिकॉज क्वीन इज बीइंग प्रोटेक्टिंग दैट स्क्वायर। सो यहाँ पे क्वीन को मूव करने के लिए मजबूर किया गया है बाय बॉबी फिशर, एंड बॉबी ही रियली हैज टू मूव दैट। एंड आफ्टर दैट इट्स एन अटैक ऑन द नाइट। सो व्हाट ताल डज is what Tal does. He sacrifices the knight by saying, I'm going to take your knight, you're going to take mine, I'm going to take yours. So Bobby, are you going to get confrontational with me? And Bobby Fischer says, yes, Tal, come to me. आजा ताल, हम देखते हैं। मैं बहुत ये हो चुका हूँ कि बहुत बार घबरा चुका हूँ आपसे। मैं बहुत बार पहले में मैं हार चुका हूँ, इस बार नहीं। इस बार मैं आपको अलार्म नहीं करूंगा, मैं जाऊंगा आगे। ताल टेक्स इट। नाउ दिस इज हैंगिंग, so he takes it. Now he has to defend because the rook was hanging. Now rook is defending this. Now Bobby Fischer says कि भाई मैं तेरे बिशप पे अटैक कर रहा हूँ, and also this is the threat because this and this both are hanging. So he has to defend it. Now he defends it. Now queen here trying to protect this pawn. Now you have to move this queen somehow, and this is the threat. So Tal decides to bring the rook here. देखिए मतलब जो विषय आनंद का ये था, विषय आनंद played somewhere like a4 and then rook a3 in some of his immortal games. I will show that game after few days. But ये विषय आनंद के पहले ही ताल ने ये रुक लिफ्ट करवा दिया. So yeah, this is good move and you need to move your queen, or You don't need to move your queen. You can play this move which Fischer find, which is knight f6, which is check. And if you say you don't want to take it and you just want to move here, right? So then you can give a check over here. Where are you going to move? You're going to move here? Yeah, queen takes c7. You want to take with this, and better luck playing this endgame. Yeah, better luck playing this. Then, okay, so this was not played. So what here Tal played is take the bishop. You want to take with queen, and okay, I got this, but I can handle this. So what he tries to do is bring the queen somehow to center, attacking this, and you have to do something. So what here Tal does is, oh sorry, Fischer does is he castles. He says, okay, I'm going to sacrifice that pawn, but I'm again going to come here and attack your rook. You need to move back. So this is what happens, and now Tal moves his rook back because there was nothing here. If you are trying to come over here, then it's just this move and queen is protecting everything through this diagonal, so there is nothing. So Tal goes back, and now Fischer gets this pawn, attack on a rook, so rook needs to move, rook moves, attacking the bishop, bishop needs to move, bishop develops over here, and now Tal says, okay, I can't move this bishop, I need to do something, I can't move this rook, this rook is just doing nothing, this queen has to move somewhere in a good square, but currently it doesn't have it. So Tal says ki bhai कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. So Tal is doing some things to Fischer to test him. So Tal plays this move saying your queen is under attack, and if you take this, we are going to trade the queens, and let's hope that you can win this in endgame. Sometimes it may be draw, sometimes it may be not. We are playing against Tal, so you should be very, very careful. So now, in this position, Fischer says, Mr. Tal, आपने मुझे बहुत बार हरा चुके हो, बहुत बार, and today I am going to give you test of your own medicine. You want to sacrifice in front of whole world, but I am going to sacrifice in front of you. I am going to sacrifice my queen. And this is insane because Bobby Fischer is getting confrontation. He says this queen is hanging. So Tal takes the queen because queen hanging है भाई, queen ले लेंगे, but Bobby Fischer takes the rook for it. And now for a bishop, we have a bishop. For a rook, we have a rook. And for a queen, we only have a rook. It's not like हम materially भी equal है, पर क्या हम ये कर पाएंगे? क्या हम कर पाएंगे? क्या बॉबी फिशर कर पाएंगे? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. बॉबी फिशर हैज हिज गारंटी बिकॉज ये हैंगिंग है, ये रुक के ऊपर अटैक है, रुक को मूव करना है, रुक इजीली इज अनमूवेबल ओवर हियर. सो व्हाट Tal is trying to do is make some squares for king to move over here, and after this move, okay, he has to move rook, right? Or this is hanging. So what he does is, okay, you can take this, but I am going to take this. So he's saying to Bobby Fischer that, okay, तुम मुझे थ्रेट दे रहे हो, मैं भी तुम्हें थ्रेट दूंगा. So you take it, okay, I take it, and now Bobby Fischer is like just going to take all this stuff because लेना ही पड़ेगा. आपने ये क्वीन सैक्रिफाइस किया तो आपको वो मटेरियल इक्वल भी करना पड़ेगा बाद में. दिस इज अटैक ऑन दिस, एंड अगेन दिस इज गोइंग टू हैंग. सो या बॉबी फिशर टेक्स इट. यू जस्ट डोंट वांट टू ट्रेड बिकॉज फिर ये तो रुक के साथ बिशप इज जस्ट अनविनेबल, एंड ऑल्सो ये 2 पॉन है, यहाँ पे 4 पॉन है फिशर के पास. सो Tal is not going to take that. Tal is going to move his king, but now this kind of looks bad for Tal, right? It is now visually looking bad for Tal, but the game of chess is not over until it's checkmate, and you have to give that. So Fischer tries to go here, saying that okay, this is pin angle, pin and win. Okay, so Tal tries to move his queen, attacking this pawn. Fischer takes it. Okay, but now what do you mean? Fischer is just taking all the pawns, and we still have this, and this bishop is unwinnable, right? No, who said? Because I'm going to go for this. This is pinned, and I'm going to take this. And in any way, if you can't sacrifice the queen for a rook, because then this endgame you only have 1 pawn. So Fischer is trying to attack. Fischer takes this pawn. Tal takes that pawn, and Fischer takes this bishop, saying, I am on the 7th heaven. Tal, all the best for you. You can win this endgame. I don't think so. So Tal tries here to do something. Fischer just gives some check, maybe to go over that benchmark of that some moves, and another check, and king moves. Now rook moves behind. Now this pawn has been moved. Attack on this pawn. This pawn has been defended. Now attack on this queen. You cannot take it because then rook h1 comes, and this is somehow you need to avoid it because just mate comes in evaluation. You can see here after this move, there is not a meeting evaluation, but it is just like 9.3, and Fischer knows how to conclude this, right? Fischer just knows how to conclude this. We don't know, but Fischer knows it far better than us. So after this move, Tal defends it. He doesn't take it. Tal just goes down here. Fischer, he just moves the pawn. Attack. This was attack on a rook, so you need to move the rook. So check. You need to move your king. King has been moved. This pawn has been taken, and this pawn is also protected. So the king moves ahead. The king has been blocked from the 6th rank that you cannot come up. And now queen tries to attack this. And also the attack was on this pawn and this rook, so queen is definitely going to get this pawn. But Fischer is not interested in pawn. Fischer is interested in this rook. But sorry, Tal was interested in this rook, and now Fischer has entered, connected both the rooks. This pawn is also coming. Tal needs to do something. Tal moves his king, queen back, and these 3 pawns are just going to march somehow and just going to win this. Tal tries some more moves, but after this move, just resigns, saying that, okay, bhai, I have some respect for the players. Okay, I know this is in losing position, and I am just going to accept my defeat. And this is how Fischer defeated Tal in 1961. And this was the first game ever in his life that Bobby Fischer defeated Mikhail Tal. And after this game, बॉबी फिशर नेवर लुक बैक. बॉबी फिशर was one of the top ranking players, and इसके बाद जो peak उन्होंने किया था rating में, it was like 150 points higher than every other players in the top rankings. And this is what today's video is all about. I hope you love this video. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. Share to your friends and show them कि how and what is Bobby Fischer truly is. So, काळजी घ्या भावांनो, take care.